3.6.31, find a polynomial function of least degree that would have a leading coefficient of 1 and all of these roots. All right, so if I have 1 minus the square root of 6 and 1 plus the square root of 6, that's sort of like that's a conjugate pair there, isn't it? So it's like if that's the root, I've got x minus this one, and I've got x minus this one. So we would have, if I multiplied those two out, what is that actually? So I've got, it'd be x minus 1 plus the square root of 6. And the other one would be x minus 1 minus the square root of 6. And so what does that give me so far? That would give me whatever else I have on there for that problem at this point. X squared, a minus x, and x times the square root of 6, a negative x there, a positive 1 in there, a negative square root of 6 there, a negative x squared root of 6, a positive square root of 6, negative times negative, and this will be a minus 6 right there. So hopefully all of our strange square root of 6 stuff cancels out, like this one and that one, and this one and this one, leaving us in the problem of x squared. These two are going to make a minus 2x. And then these two are going to combine to make a negative 5. If we wanted to, we could kind of check this quickly and see if we do get these two zeros. So I'm going to do quadratic formula here real quick. Negative b, x equals negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac, 4a, and that'll be a plus c all over 2a. I feel like this isn't working out because it seems like that should be my square root of 6 there. All over 2a. I mean, this 2 divided by that 2 gives me my 1, but I don't think I got that square root of 6 in there. So I'd have a square root of 29 with what I have so far. X equals negative b plus my square root b squared minus 4a c 4a 1c, that'd be 20, but that's still not going to give me a 16. That's almost even worse because now I'm going to get a real answer here. 20, oh no, I got 24. Let's see what that is. That might work. So this would be 2 plus or minus square root of 24 over 2. But 24 is 4 times 6, right? And the 4 gets out as a 2, so it's 2 plus or minus 2 square root of 6 all over the 2. And this 2 would wipe all those, leaving 1 plus or minus my square root of 6. Okay, so that is correct. All right, so just don't be afraid to look at it and say maybe something's not right, but that did check out. Take that back off from there and let's continue. So this much is good so far. Except I just erased my answer. Let me put that back. I wanted to keep the part that I already figured out. That's what we have so far. Then find a polynomial of least degree. So the 5 minus I, remember the 5 minus I has to come in conjugate pairs also. So it'd be 5 plus I for the other one. And so what do those make if you multiply them out? Remember the top one would be x minus 5 plus I when you distribute that minus in, and the bottom one would be x minus 5 minus I. Okay, so those are the two that I'm doing now. X minus 5 plus I and x minus 5 minus I. So I could have an x squared here, a negative 5x there, and xi or ix, whichever way you like it, negative 5x here, 25 there, negative 5i here, a negative ix here, a positive 5i there, and a negative I times a positive I is a negative I squared, which I squared is negative 1, so negative negative 1 would be a positive 1. All right, so hopefully we got some stuff there that cancels out for us. We don't want these weird i's in here. We don't want those i's in there, so what's left? We've got an x squared. We've got a negative 10x from these two. And we got a 25 and a 1 is a 26. So now, man, I think this is really gross that they find the polynomial and they usually want you to multiply these all the way out. So in this book, you're still going to have to take it to the next step, which is multiplying out our two trinomials that we have, the x squared minus 10x plus 26, and my x squared minus 2x minus 5, giving me an x cubed, a negative 10x, wait a minute, this must need a squared on it. So this is a fourth. Then a minus 10x cubed, a 26x squared, a negative 2x cubed, a 20x squared, and 2 times 26 is 52x, and this would be negative 5x squared, 50x, and oh boy, 26 times 5, I don't know, that'd be like 130, I think. All right, now combine your like terms. Remember, they're usually in the diagonals. So those two, those three for my x squareds, and these two will be my x cubes to give me my final answer. Holy Toledo, this took forever. X to the fourth minus 12x cubed. Oh boy, how much do I have here? I've got 46 minus 5 would be 41 x squared. And I've got two extra negatives there. And lastly, my plus 130 for my final answer to put in this little box right here. All right, so that's problem 3.6.31. Wow.